The Barnes & Noble 50% off Criterion sale is just around the corner, and I am here today to give you the full rundown of what I am anticipating in my Criterion wish list Volume 1 video. Stay tuned. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel. I'm Ken, and I'm here today to run down seven Criterion titles that I am anticipating picking up in the month of July during the semi-annual Criterion Barnes & Noble 50% off sale. So if you are a physical media collector, if you like collecting Blu-rays, if you like collecting Criterions, you are probably very familiar with this sale that happens twice a year. It happens in July, then it happens in November usually. And yeah, it's right around the corner. We are in June right now. So I thought I would start doing just a few Criterion wish list videos. I do want to pick up at least 10 to 15 new Criterions. And I usually buy Criterions here and there throughout the year, but most of the time, the ones that I want, I will wait for these sales to pick them up because they are just drastically lower in price and it's a good time to do it. So there's so many Criterion releases that I want. I was just going through all of them last night on the Criterion website, and it's like, I want that, I want that, I want that. But I thought I would narrow it down to 7, and I'll probably do 2 of these. I'll probably do this Volume 1, and then I'll probably do a Volume 2 as we get closer to the month of July. But yeah, I'm gonna run down 7 releases that I want to be picking up in July and just kind of to share with you all my thought process as to why I want those and why I'm looking forward to picking up those, and just, I don't know, I just thought it would be a fun video to make today. But before I get into that, guys, I want to ask, if you are not yet a subscriber of the Mid-Level Media channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. I do all kinds of great content on this channel, mostly centered around the world of physical media, talking about new Blu-rays, new 4Ks. I do reviews, I do physical media updates every single Monday. I do collection hauls, I do Blu-ray hunting videos, just all kinds of content coming at you, coming in your face every single day on this channel. I would definitely appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button, and also like this video, guys, and comment down below. Please comment down below. If you are a Criterion collector, what are you looking forward to picking up in the month of July in this 50% off sale? So let's go ahead and get started, guys. And I'm going to start off with my first pick for what I will be picking up in July, and that is the Parasite Criterion release. So I'm pretty sure this one came out in 2020, and I bought the Blu-ray when it came out, I think in January of 2020. I loved the film. I saw it in theaters, I think a couple of days after Christmas of 2019. I went to a local art house theater, watched it, picked up the Blu-ray, watched it again, loved it even more. The film is directed by Bong Joon-ho. It won Best Picture at the Oscars in 2020. It's a phenomenal film, a South Korean film that is in subtitles, so I don't know people's tolerance for that. I know for me, like, I don't mind watching subtitles. I've actually grown accustomed to watching subtitles because I watch a lot of stuff with like lower volume, so I have to turn it on all the time. So enjoyed this film. Maybe the best foreign language film I've ever seen in my entire life, to be honest. It's just consistently engaging. A lot of the times with these foreign language films, you don't really get a sense of the performance through the language barrier, but like this one, all the characters just shine, regardless of foreign language or not, whether or not you can understand what they're saying. You just get their emotion and how they emote through these performances, and these characters are incredible. The movie just moves super quick. It's over 2 hours, but it's still consistently thrilling, engaging. It's shifting multiple genres. It's got a lot to say about just like social class and issues between like the rich and the poor, the wealthy. And it's just an awesome, incredible movie. I honestly can't describe it. You just have to watch it if you haven't seen it. But I'm really looking forward to buying this Criterion release. And I've held back on getting the 4K release. I think I'm going to go with the Criterion. I really love the cover. I really love the packaging, at least of what I've seen from this. So yeah, looking forward to finally grabbing Parasite, the Criterion edition in July. So the next one that I'm going to grab, guys, my number 2 pick for this wish list is the Before trilogy. So I've heard so many great things, and this is kind of a cheat because it's 3 movies in one, but heard so many great things about this trilogy. I really enjoy Richard Linklater as a director. You know, Dazed and Confused is one of my all-time favorite movies. I haven't seen a ton from him though. I still haven't seen Boyhood, so I'm looking to dive into these movies starring Ethan Hawke and Julian Dempsey, I think is her name. I'm probably saying that wrong, but I'm going off the top of my head here. The three movies included in here is Before Sunrise, that is a 1995 film. Then you got Before Sunset, which is a 2004 film. And then you got After Midnight, which is 2013. So I love the way that he's kind of telling this romance story through these 20 years. And I really don't know a ton about these movies other than it stars these two characters, and it's basically a love story that spans 20 years through these three movies. So brilliant concept, brilliant idea. I mean, Richard Linklater is kind of known for doing this kind of stuff. I know he did the same thing with Boyhood, filming that movie over 14 years. So yeah, I have always heard excellent things about this. It always comes up in people's like top trilogies of all time. So I'm really looking forward to finally checking these movies out and getting this beautiful Criterion edition. That box set, every time I see it in Barnes & Noble, it just looks and feels incredible in my hand. So the next one that I want to get, guys, is a movie from 1985. It's a science fiction film. It's called Brazil. And again, I don't know much about this movie, but I know that a lot of people hold this up as like one of the greatest films of all time. The movie's directed by Terry Gilliam, who also did 12 Monkeys. He also did Monty Python back in the day. The dude's got a very interesting filmography. He did Time Bandits with Sean Connery. So a lot of different types of films in his repertoire. And yeah, Brazil, it's got a really cool cover, really cool Criterion cover, and I've always heard great things about it. And it's from the year that I was born. So I want to go back and just start seeing some of these other films that I've just been unfamiliar with that people hold up as classics, and Brazil is one of those films. So yeah, definitely looking forward to getting that one. Number 4 on my list of Criterion pickups is Kronos, and I just love the cover on this one. Yeah, I really want to go back and experience more of Guillermo del Toro's work. You know, I really enjoy Crimson Peak. I really enjoyed Pan's Labyrinth. The Shape of Water is an okay movie. It's a little bit overrated. I don't think it deserved winning Best Picture, but I really want to go back and experience some of his older work. And I think Kronos was one of his first films, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, the cover on that one looks fantastic. I've just heard tons of great things about it, and I'm looking forward to picking that one up. It's a film from 1993, and there may be another one of his films that end up on my Volume 2 list, so stay tuned for that. But the 5th one on my list is a movie that I watched for the first time last year. It's from 1931, and it absolutely blew me away. I've talked about it many times on this channel, so if you guys have been subscribed to me for a while, listened to my ramblings for a while, you know that I always hold this film up and talk about it ever since I seen it last summer. So the movie is M, and it's directed by Fritz Lang, who also directed what many regard as the first science fiction film, or first big-time science fiction film with Metropolis. I think in 1927, I think is when that movie came out. Again, I could be wrong. I don't have this information in front of me, but M is an absolutely phenomenal film starring Peter Lorre as this child kidnapper and murderer. It's just a very dark story. It's like a Fincher type film set back in 1931. When I watched this movie, it's so engaging, so thrilling, so dark and disturbing. Like, I could not believe they were making films like this in 1931. It just absolutely blew me away. I loved this movie, and the last 10 minutes of this film, it is absolutely phenomenal. It's some of the best last 10 minutes of a film I've ever seen in my entire life. So I love this movie, and I just want to own it on physical media. I think it's still on HBO Max. If you guys have that, you can check it out on there. But if you haven't seen it, absolutely recommend it. But yeah, I just want to own this on physical media, and the Criterion cover is awesome. It's got that iconic image of Peter Lorre kind of staring in the mirror at himself. So definitely looking forward to picking that one up in July. The next one, guys, is a really big box set, and I love collecting the Criterion big box sets. And this is also a movie that a lot of people talk about. It's an early Marlon Brando film, and it is On the Waterfront from 1954. Yeah, I've seen this one in Barnes & Noble several times. It's a really big, thick box set. And yeah, I'm looking forward to experiencing more early Marlon Brando films, because I know him from like The Godfather and Apocalypse Now, because I've seen those recently, but I've never seen some of his earlier work, and I want to get into more of his filmography. So what better way to start with this spectacular Criterion release of On the Waterfront? So that is number 6 on my list. The last one that I want to talk about, guys, is one that I wanted to get last year, the last sale in November For some reason, I could not track this one down in Barnes & Noble, and by the time I couldn't find it there, it was too late to order it online. But this is The Seventh Seal, a movie directed by Ingmar Bergman. I hope I'm saying that again. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with pronunciation, but Ingmar Bergman, I think, is the name. Bergman, I'm sorry. I'm terrible with names. But The Seventh Seal is a movie starring Max von Sydow, of course, from The Exorcist, and this is about, like, I think a guy, like a soldier that comes back from war, from like the Crusades era. And he's basically visited by death, and they play a game of chess. That's the only thing I really know about this movie. But all the images that I've seen from this just make it look super interesting, and I am really looking forward to getting this one. It's got a really awesome cover of Max von Sydow on it. So yeah, this is one that I've been wanting to get for a very long time, at least a year. So that is definitely one that I'm probably going to go after first when ordering my new Criterion. So The Seventh Seal from 1957 is my 7th pick. So I guess that's appropriate, right? The Seventh Seal, my 7th pick. So, all right, guys, we are done with this Criterion wish list. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a different kind of video. I don't feel like I've ever really done a video like this before, but I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, comment down below. Tell me if you enjoyed it. If you want to see a part 2, if this doesn't do very well, I might not do a part 2, but let me know down below if you want to see a part 2. Let me know what Criterions you're looking forward to picking up in the month of July. It's definitely exciting when we get to these Criterion sales. I just love this time of the year so much. So definitely awesome. So but yeah, I appreciate you guys checking out this video today. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn on all those bell notifications for future videos, and we'll see you next time.